We are here, and I'm Tullio from Teknoscienze, publisher, and I'm here today with Thierry, the president and CEO, Thierry van Nieuwenhove, president and CEO of End Market Consumer Division with the 3 specializations in pharma, agro, and consumer, and cosmetics, Thierry, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, and good afternoon, everyone.
Okay, great. The first topic we would like to cover is the topic of the moment. How Minakem is approaching to the coronavirus and how react Minakem in French in general.
Okay, so Minakem has really looked at coronavirus on 3 aspects. The first one was to first ensure that we have our people under a safe approach in terms of our operations, ensuring that we have the social distance required, but also all the disinfection systems in place so that we could continue to produce safely into our operations. Today, all our sites are still operating, and we've been minimizing the impact on the patient. At the end of the day, that was the second aspect that we were looking at, ensuring that at the end of the day, all the drugs that are produced and the product that we produce, the APIs that are produced in our facilities, do not face a shortage on the market so that the patient is not impacted. So that was for us, after the people internally, that was the second aspect that was really important, is to ensure that our patients ultimately are not impacted by, or let's say are minimizing the impact that we can have on the patient at the end. The third element was also looking at our community. We are in France, we are in Belgium with different sites. So we've decided also to produce the disinfection gel, which is not a product that we have, but we've decided to allocate some of the resources, some of the solvents, and some of the assets that we have to really produce that, and which we are today giving for free to the hospitals surrounding our community. So that is really the 3 elements that we looked at, ensuring the preoccupation was the safety of the people, ensuring the patients and also our community around us to have a role in this, a positive role in this difficult moment that we are all facing.
Oh, I'm not French, as you can easily understand, but let me thank you for French guys, because you are giving for free this gel. This is how it's beautiful the company can do for the customer experience, but also for the company and also for the society. This is the beautiful role of the company, accept out of the money. That's one of the main job probably we need to learn from this big lesson and the coronavirus. But let me continue about the manufacturing, so the custom manufacturing, because you know that Minakem is one of the biggest all over Europe, and it's important to understand for all the market and also for us as media how Minakem is moving on the market and the future strategy, considering the virus, but also considering out of the virus, which are the strategy for CMO business in 2021, for example, if you can say us something.
Okay, so Minakem is a relatively young company because we are only 15 years old, and we've been growing through acquisition of different sites, making sure at the end of the day that we have one community, which is Minakem, made of different sites out of 15 years. In 15 years, the success is there because in 15 years we've been able to meet the biggest of this industry, which have been there for 50 years or even more. Minakem's strategy is definitely always the same, is mainly CMO and generics supply to the pharmaceutical industry, and will continue its growth through, let's say, natural and organic growth, but also acquisition, which we are actively looking at continuing our expansion. We always have the gene of the company and the DNA of the company that are into chemistry. So we definitely are looking at expanding our activities into chemistry, but always focusing on services. And when I say services, is to always put the customer in the center of our excellence process, to basically ensure that what we deliver is expected by the market and is meeting what the customers are actually waiting for us to offer. Which basically means that if you look at the situation today, we have recently been investing some activities into the high potency and really focusing on the high potent manufacturing, not only by claiming it, but really investing millions in one of our sites to ensure that we can produce all these drugs, including also chromatography. That's one technology. But also on the other aspect is to make sure that we continuously look at the service the industry is looking at, like analytics. Analytics has been a real focus for us as we realize that more and more what is important in this industry, and certainly if we want to go fast track from discovery to market, the analytics has to be perfectly well understood, and that is where we see that the future investment short term needs to be. Obviously, we continue also to invest in other technologies, but these are the two main elements that for the moment we ensure that we are there for our customers to go as fast as possible from discovery to the market.
Oh, that's great. I think that you focused on two main points. You know that I'm not a scientist, but the time to market, it's a big question for our market in general. So if you are focused on it, I think you are on the right way. And on the other hand, you know that I comes from another industry, consumer electronic industry is always the consumer focus. So the way of thinking of the company, it's totally different because you are not speaking of you to the customers, but you are speaking about the customers to you, receiving some feedback and trying to implement something inside the company. But it's a sort of way of thinking more than thinking that the things are done. So thanks a lot. So let's quickly finish. So Thierry, thanks a lot once again for your availability. I hope you will join and we'll shake the hand soon and drink a coffee really. Thanks a lot again, and say hello to everyone for the next interview. Bye.
Thank you and take care. Bye-bye.